Hello and welcome to Lesson 9, pages 82 and 83. This is the song titled Mountain Echo in our Level 1 book. And today we're going to be reviewing a symbol that we haven't used in a little while called the sharp symbol. So let's talk about the sharp symbol and then we'll review all of our symbols and notes we're going to need today. So let's see if we can find the sharp symbol in our song. It's right down here in measure 3. So a sharp symbol changes a note. It makes it actually, I'm actually not going to reveal the answer. Let's review first. So a flat symbol we know makes a note go down, right? And down on the piano means to the left. Like let's take E for example. If I wanted it to be E flat, I'll go down to the next closest note, which is this black key here. And this is E flat. Well, let's take C and try and add a sharp to it, because a sharp does the opposite of a flat. A sharp makes a note go up. So if I'm on C and I want to go to C sharp, I go up to the right to the next closest note. And that means that C sharp is the first black key in our group of 2 black keys right here. And we're going to be using C sharp today in our song. If you look over here at the music, we have C, C sharp, E, and F. So not using D in this song. We're using C, C sharp, E, and F. And students, this is actually the first time you're playing 2 notes in the left hand because you're going to use middle C and C sharp. My goodness, so 2 notes in each hand for this song. That is definitely a first in our Mayring Cole books. Let's review our staff symbols. So up first we have the treble clef. Remember, treble clef means right hand. Over here we have our bass clef, which means left hand. And we already mentioned some of the notes, but F and E, way over here, there's only one E in the song. F and E are going to be our right hand notes. Our left-hand notes are going to be C, or middle C, and C sharp, which is what we just learned today. C sharp, right there. Very good. So, all together we have C, C sharp, E, and F. There's a couple of options for your fingerings you can use for this song. You could use one finger in the left hand and use it to play both C and C sharp. That's not a big deal for this song. Another option would be to use 2 fingers in each hand. So one on C, one on C sharp in the left hand. And remember, you don't want to cross your fingers like this. Sometimes I see that. We just want to use our pointer finger on C sharp and our tall man finger on C and C sharp. And then 2 fingers on E and F. Okay? Just like that. Doesn't really make a very pretty sound when we press them all together. But there's our notes. C, C sharp, E, and F. Or you could do like this. Very nice. Well, let's take a look at the first line of our song. We have 4 walk notes and then a whole note for 4 beats. Oh, did we review our time signature? I feel like maybe not. Let's talk about it really quick. This is our time signature. I like to say it every song so we get used to this terminology. In our time signature, the top number tells us how many beats are in a measure, and the bottom number tells us what type of note gets 1 beat, and the 4 is a quarter note or walk note. So there needs to be at least 4 walk notes in each measure or something equal to 4 walk notes, such as a whole note in measure 2. Very nice. So our first measure, we have walk, 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 walk. Now look how the notes are stacked, students. You got to read from left to right. So we're reading just like this. Almost looks like the letter N. So we're doing C, F, C, F, and then a C. So we're bouncing back and forth between those notes. C, F, C, F, C, and we hold it for 4. Okay? Let's try that nice and slowly. I'm going to be using the 2 and 2 fingering. 1, 2. Here we go. Play C, F, C, F, and C. 2, 3, 4, and off. Great work. And the second line does the same exact thing, but students, remember, we're using our brand new note this time. Instead of C, we're using C sharp for three of them, it looks like, in measures 3 and 4. So same exact rhythm and idea here, but we're going to do C sharp F, C sharp F, F, C sharp for 4. So let's try line 2 together nice and slowly. Line 2. 1, 2, line 2, play, and C sharp, F, C sharp, F, C sharp, 2, 3, 4, and off. Amazing job. Moving over to line number 3, it's basically the same thing we did in lines 1 and 2, but just smushed down a little bit. Because look, we do C, F, C, so it's kind of like just taking this little chunk right here. And then we do C sharp, F, C sharp, so it's almost like taking this chunk here, except these would be half notes, right? So we do C, F, C for 2, and then C sharp, F, C sharp for 2. Let's try that nice and slow. Line number 3. 1, 2, here we go. Then C, F, C for 2, measure 6, C sharp, F, C sharp for 2, and off. Great work. And now for the last line of our song, we have C, F, E, our first E in the song. Remember, when we have a first in the song or late in the song, it's usually the first place we might make a mistake. So we want to practice that to make sure we don't miss our note. And then another C, and we have an F, but we have a symbol we didn't review yet right here. And if you remember the name of this one, it is a fermata, and it means to hold the rhythm that's written here for longer than its duration, which means just longer than it's worth. So a whole note's worth 4 beats, so we're going to actually hold it until the sound completely goes away. So again, I would encourage you to just kind of practice the notes you need in this measure. We need C, F, E, C, and then F. You can kind of play them out of time just to practice knowing where your fingers need to be. So let's try it nice and slow. Last line. 1, 2, last line, play. Play C, F, E, C, and F, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to keep holding until the sound is gone, and we'll let go. Excellent job. Let's go back to the very beginning and try our first full performance of Mountain Echo. Here we go. Hands ready on C, C sharp, E, and F. 1, 2, here we go. Play C, F, C, F, C, 2, 3, 4. Line 2, C sharp, F, C sharp, F, C sharp, 2, 3, 4. Line 3, C, F, C for 2, measure 6, C sharp, F, C sharp for 2, last line, C, F, E, C, F, 2, 3, 4, and we'll hold it till the sound is gone. Great work on completing Mountain Echo, and I will see you on the next song.